UFO pre-orders are right around the corner. There have been so many changes to pricing rules and pre-order street date rules and access as far as Metazoo is concerned since Wilderness, and there's a lot that you need to know to make an informed decision for your UFO pre-order. We've seen scam pre-orders, we've seen retailers who are breaking rules and so they're going to have their allocations revoked. We've seen it's the Wild West. I'm wearing the hat. That's how you know how serious this is. This is everything you need to know. Let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Argos Anonymous. I am Argos. The next Metazoo course set, UFO, releases July 29th. But so much has happened over the last couple of months. Metazoo has a lot of new rules regarding street dates and pre-order dates and pricing. A majority of Metazoo retailers are following the rules, even retailers in Australia and Canada. Most people are now aware and on board, but there are some exceptions, and it's really important to know how this is all going to affect you. Some retailers who previously had access to Metazoo have lost access. Now, I don't have a direct inside track as to what exactly happened, but I assume it's because they did not agree to the new street date and pre-order date and pricing rules. Channel fire. It's not very many. It's just a few. Most retailers have come around and are working with Metazoo to abide by the new rules and just sort of roll out a smooth release working with the manufacturer. Some retailers began selling the UFO core set pre-orders long before the set date that Metazoo was going to allow pre-orders to begin, despite being told directly by Metazoo that what they were doing was not within the guidelines, and that by breaking these new rules, they were going to lose access to Metazoo. They would lose their allocations, which would mean they couldn't fulfill their pre-orders. Metazoo has been announcing this information publicly via their Instagram and their Discord for several months, saying that no online UFO pre-orders are valid up until closer to release, and then very recently they specified that anything you see online before July 14th is not a valid pre-order, and any retailer supplying someone who's selling this or selling it themselves is in violation of the new rules, and they will lose their allocation and they can be banned permanently from having access to Metazoo product. Buying a UFO pre-order before July 14th could result in you having to get a refund, or worse, experiencing the fraudulent loss of the money you spent in the pre-order. So let's go over the new pricing and street date rules for Metazoo UFO. There are 3 ways to safely buy Metazoo products. The first way is directly on the Metazoo marketplace. Here on July 29th or thereabouts, Metazoo will sell direct to consumer a bunch of UFO products at MSRP, and if you want to go there and order direct from Metazoo, you can do that. The second way to safely buy Metazoo UFO is through official partner retailer accounts. Metazoo on their homepage has a welcome site where they show all of the current Metazoo partner retailers. There's a list over here. You can see there's quite a few of them. I'm on there, Argos, you got Dueling Brothers, Sneak Outs, you've got Kitchen Tables and George's, stuff, Hyperbole, Geek Toy Hut, there's Castor Society. There's a lot of shout outs, a lot of great businesses that are official Metazoo partner retailers that work with Metazoo, helping to roll out product safely to Metazoo fans. So if you go to one of these sites, you can know that their allocations are secured as long as they don't break the rules. Official partners have guaranteed access to product and are allowed to start UFO pre-orders a little bit earlier than everyone else on July 14th, whereas non-partner accounts are allowed to start Metazoo pre-orders for UFO on July 22nd. For example, I will be launching my own Metazoo UFO pre-orders on argosanon.com. If you show up at 12:01 a.m. on July 14th, you'll see individual products go for sale, and then the bundles, each of which comes with a limited promo and some playmat discounts, as well as the exclusive limited UFO playmat, which you see over here. Only 100 are printed, never printed again. All of that stuff will go on sale at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 14th at argosanon.com. I'm really excited about it. I'll have a variety of individual items and bundle products, different size bundles. Every booster box and bundle is going to come with a limited promo, including but not limited to, we have the Golden Goblin promos, we have PhD Chupacabra promos, retailer promos, LGS promos, we have the July 4th holiday promo, we have Magic Cast, we have all kinds of stuff. I want every box and every bundle to come with some kind of free promo card just to kind of like add to the spice. I thought that would be really fun. And orders over $40 are going to be free shipping for UFO. I'll probably be live streaming that day on YouTube, opening, having fun, giving out some prizes, you know, just random stuff, anything to help kind of make July 14th like just a special fun day to hang out and look forward to the UFO set. So definitely check out argosanon.com on July 14th. If you're hungry for some official Metazoo partner retailer UFO pre-orders. And these will ship out on July 28th, which is the day before the official UFO release date, July 29th. Having this hobby store and being able to supply and provide Metazoo, as well as enjoy it and collect it and make these content videos, it's all part of a really fun ecosystem that drives forward the content and the community. And I really enjoy it. It's become a really awesome hobby connecting to all of you in this way. So as usual, I always appreciate your support, and it does help support the time and the equipment needed to help kind of pushing this content forward. Your third option to buy Metazoo is to buy from any number of non-partner account retailers. You're going to find these people online or in game stores all over the place they're not Metazoo partners, but they can get access to Metazoo through distribution and just like the normal standard channels. Again, though, just be careful with who you're shopping with. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. If you feel like you might get scammed, you probably will. You just have to be cautious about it because there's just it's a little wild westy out there, and there's no shortage of scams. Now, we need to talk about the new pricing rules. Many card games and even non-card game products have rules regarding what's called a MAP, or a minimum advertised price, as well as holding MSRP for a certain amount of time. This is commonplace in a lot of things, like from video games to consoles to books to card games. Not everyone does it, but a lot of people do. Metazoo is trying to prevent the selling of limited products above MSRP at the time of release. This is something that we saw with Crypto Nation First Edition and with Nightfall, where prices just immediately went way above MSRP at release. They're also trying to stop the mass purchasing and dumping of products on sets that don't sell out immediately at or before release as well. This pump and dump model is the current basis for the TCG marketplace and other games, and it's something that Metazoo is simply trying to improve upon. The pump and dump marketplace leads to distributors and stores hoarding and holding back product when sets are hot, and then jacking the price way up to maximize the margin of profit that they can make. And they do this because on all the sets that aren't hot, they're dumping the product, they're maximizing their buy orders from distributors by dumping the product on the market at such a low margin that they then have to make up the money by jacking the price up later on a super hot set because they haven't made money for a year. And what you tend to see is that in down times, the fans, understandably, and I get this, in down times, the fans want to pay less. They want to pay as little as possible. But in up times, the stores understandably, I understand this too, they want to charge more to maximize the margin. And so you end up getting this roller coaster pump and dump, and it's a bumpy ride for everybody. So the new Metazoo pricing model is that retailers are not allowed to sell for more or less than MSRP until 2 weeks after release, which in the case of UFO would be August 12th. At that time, retailers are allowed to drop the price from MSRP to 80% of MSRP, which would be about $112 a box, and they're supposed to hold that price in perpetuity, which means forever. Retailers who break the rules risk losing access to Metazoo products and distribution permanently. The goal is to establish a network of reliable quality partner retailers that Metazoo can rely on to roll out their products without gouging fans and without dumping on the market, to create a more stable release experience on all releases. But in reality, UFO is going to be a transition set. Some retailers probably honestly don't even know what's going on. They have their hands in a lot of different honeypots. They're selling a ton of different things, ton of different games, and they probably just think, if they haven't checked their email or haven't gotten contact yet or haven't even listed items yet, they probably think this is like everything else. They're going to go and list something at whatever they feel like, and then they have to wait for Metazoo to kind of follow up with them and help educate them to get them on board. Other retailers just thought, yeah, right, I'm going to do whatever I want. They listed pre-orders a long time ago, and they've already been contacted by Metazoo. Everyone online who has been posting product not in accordance with the rules has been contacted by Metazoo, and almost all of those entities have have now taken down their pre-orders and are conforming to the pricing rules set by the manufacturer, because the alternative is they're not going to get access to product. Now, there are a couple of retailers who are determined to just kind of, give the distributors and all of the other retailers and Metazoo the finger. These people are risking their suppliers' accounts with distribution. If anyone is discovered giving product to these people who are breaking street date and breaking pricing rules, those retailers will be blacklisted and blocked from distribution. It's going to be really unfortunate. You have to be careful. If someone is trying to buy your allocations, and if they're saying it's like, not an issue, it is an issue, be careful, avoid those people. I think after UFO, after we go through this transition period, when people figure out how this works and that it actually is happening, and that it actually does matter, I think as we move towards Seance and in the future with Native and War and future limited first edition releases, especially as the Metazoo community grows and starts to eat up more of this first edition print run product, I think you're going to see a smoother experience. At least that's the goal. Just something predictable and reliable and accessible. That's what Metazoo wants to roll out. And so it's going to be bumpy. Nothing is perfect. Everything has cracks. I know that. The old system was bumpy and had cracks. The new system will be bumpy and have cracks. But at least the thought is there, the plan is there, and we have a chance to see if it works. The take-home message is this. I get it. I totally get it. Everyone likes to save money. Everybody wants cheap product. People are going to hear this, and I get it. And the comments are going to be, I want to buy, it's a recession, I want it at $80 a box. And understand that the same store that will sell you a box for cost after shipping and fees is the same store that's going to sell you a box for 300% MSRP the moment it's sold out. Because stores like making money too. It totally makes sense. Fans like saving money, stores like making money. We're just trying to bring those two sides of the spectrum a little closer together. So if you see pre-orders that are breaking the rules, if you see pre-orders before July 14th, or that are not following the MSRP or the MAP pricing guidelines, you can participate in them if you want to, but just understand that you have to accept the risk. The likelihood of them fulfilling your pre-order seems kind of dismal. And just know that if they are unable to fulfill their pre-order, they're probably going to blame everyone but themselves. They might blame Metazoo. They could blame the distributor. Maybe they'll blame you. Maybe they'll blame your stepmom. Might even be me. But the fact is that they were actually repeatedly informed by Metazoo that what they're doing is against the rules. And so in doing so, they are selling you pre-orders and they are risking your pre-order money on their blatant disregard for an organized system that almost all of the other retailers and distributors are following. Now, I know that some people are going to be upset by these changes, and I get that. And other people are going to celebrate these changes, and I get that. There's two sides to this. In the same way that when Nightfall booster boxes hit the market at $250 a booster box, some people were upset, and other people celebrated. And that's the problem with the pump and dump TCG market model. And this is just how fans and stores have learned to survive in the TCG market. This is what we're used to. And Metazoo is just, they're trying to improve on that. And by promoting their official partner retailer accounts, Metazoo is trying to improve the safety of fans and the buying experience for fans to reduce the likelihood of scams and other issues in the marketplace. And that, MetaFam, is all I have for now. Thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate this opportunity to entertain you fine peoples of Metazoo with safety alerts, news updates, product openings, crazy shenanigans, and so much more. Until next time, this is Argos.